Our GMA cover story, a look at how American groceries are different from those abroad when it comes to the quality of ingredients. It comes on the heels of a new warning from a top research journal about the public health threat from ultra-processed foods. Our medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton, here with the story. Good morning, Dr. Sutton.
Good morning. So that warning from a group of experts, a panel of experts looking at the research and finding an association between ultra-processed foods and increased risk of serious health conditions and even early death. We're talking about turkey bacon, deli meat, potato chips. These factory-made items and products are made with processed ingredients, refined ingredients, as well as additives, and little to no whole foods. And we're finding out that they comprise over 70% of grocery store shelves. Maggie and I take you inside of an American grocery store as well as one in Europe to see how products here compare to those abroad. Take a look. Shopping the grocery aisles with the rise of ultra-processed foods means navigating a long list of ingredients and questions about additives, which have become a big part of the U.S. diet. Close to 70% of the U.S. food supply has them. Behind the majority of the food that you find in the supermarket are ingredients that are carefully engineered to alter the color, the texture, and the taste that make processed foods far more appealing than the food that we see every day that comes from the ground. In the U.S., the Food and Drug Administration abides by the GRAS principle, which stands for Generally Recognized as Safe. So through generally recognized as safe, companies are able to skip over some of the processes of safety in order to get additives.
They skip almost over all of it.
However, in Europe, a product or additive must be proven safe before it hits grocery stores.
Checking out the yogurt.
Maggie Rulli went shopping in a grocery store in France, on the hunt to find products that we would normally find here in the United States.
So I actually just found this in this French store. It's American-style sandwich bread. They still have quite a few ingredients. This isn't like you're going to the boulangerie here in Paris and it's only 4, but it still only has around 8 ingredients.
In America, sliced bread is generally considered ultra-processed, as are other American staples. The products in this cart are the things that would get me excited as a kid. We've got some bread, some breakfast cereal, and even some cake for later on.
We spend less than 10% of our income on food, lower than any other country. Their choices send the signal to companies that taste, cost, and convenience are the primary things.
And what about the American classic, ketchup?
Over here in France, the ingredients are tomatoes, vinegar, sugar, salt, herb extract, and spice.
Made a little different, added ingredients such as corn syrup. Then the debate about food dyes, handled much differently in the U.S. versus Europe.
Look at these colors. They're all more muted. And it's because they don't use the same type of food dyes. They're just either not allowed over here or they're so heavily regulated that they're not used.
Mars Inc., the company that owns M&M's, tells ABC News that in 2026, products made without food, drug, and cosmetic colors will be available in the United States across gum, fruity confection, and chocolate candy from several of our iconic brands. Not all ultra-processed foods are made the same. You know, you have to pick and choose, weigh the risks and the benefits. But Maggie, you spend a lot of time abroad. You got some insight into who really has the power to change what's on our plates.
Exactly. You know, the first time I compared the same exact product, right? We're looking at the same candies, the same ketchup as you guys just saw, and you notice there are actual differences. The colors, they look different even though they're in the same exact packaging. Now, some of those differences are due to things like regulations, like we noted, but as we saw in France, some simply do because people are demanding higher quality ingredients, which means that Americans, we can all demand the same. And so if you take a look at your plate at the grocery store, we also can say we want higher quality ingredients even in our packaged
So
foods.
is the corn syrup and ketchup to make it sweeter?
Well, essentially, and again, it's based off of what the consumers want. And so when we make these choices, that ends up and leads to the choices that are made on grocery stores.
Well, that's what they say, but when I've tested the two, like the super sweet ketchup in the U.S. and the natural no sugar ketchup, I like the natural one better.
Really?
But so I'm tired of being told that I like the other one.
I know as we say, when you go to Europe and you eat, you come back like,
yeah.
that's sweet, I need more. Now we know why. All the process stuff.
We're learning it's not in your head. We're learning it's actually in the food.
Wow. I say we move to Europe. For our own health. Who's coming with me?
Just me? You and
Can we see more of this? Can we see more of this on the site?
Yeah, tonight at 8 p.m., ABC Live Prime and Hulu. We're excited to show you all and to educate ourselves and to learn a little bit more.
I love that gut check.
Yeah.
Gut check. Thank you both. Thank you.
Okay.
You can take them with you.
I'm staying. Tip me. All right. Well, thank you both. I appreciate you. Now we're going to go to the high cloth and